Joining me now is Ruby Chen, father of IDF soldier Itay Chen, who was killed in the October 7th attacks. And Ruby, cannot begin to express my sorrow for your loss. And a year later, I'm sure it may not feel like a year later sometimes, and then some days it feels like an eternity. How are you processing all of this? Is there anything that helps you cope with the enormity and the heartbreak of this situation?
Yeah, that's a complicated question, Alex. Thanks for having me. You know, it's a year where I think anyone could understand, talking about a year where we had our family birthdays, anniversaries, you know, holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, and we still don't have Itay back. And he is one of the 7 U.S. hostages today being held by Hamas, a terrorist organization that has not provided any evidence on Itay's status and health, as well as the other hostages, and has not been given any medical attention. Yes, we've been notified on one hand, this is what the intelligence say, but on the other hand, he's not here. And as such, the battle continues. We had a call today with the White House that I could update that, you know, the White House also is recognizing this fact. And I assume we will hear President Biden talk about it tomorrow. But we need leadership. And today, you know, what's happening with Hezbollah that is being backed by Iran, and we have Hamas that is also backed by Iran, and the U.S., as well as all of the other countries that want to see a de-escalation of this regional conflict come to an end, they need to put it on Iran. And they need to put all sanctions possible, diplomatic, economic, to bring Iran and its proxies to a place of a ceasefire, where the key to that ceasefire is the release of 101 hostages, including 7 U.S. citizens.
Ruby, I just want to confirm, you have knowledge of your son's death and you are awaiting his remains, or is there any question about that?
So, Alex, it's a difficult question because, again, intelligence is intelligence, but where is he? And I want to see him. And until that doesn't happen, then we're waiting and we're fighting, and we want to get him back.
Understood.
And if the worst happened, then he deserves, as any person that was in service, needs to have a proper burial. And if some miracle happened, then waiting another day or another day is not good. That is why we have this fight. And that is why we, as the U.S. citizens, go to the Biden administration, demanding them to do more, because time is not on our side.
Ruby,
and we need that leadership to happen.
Has there been anything you deem to be effective, a certain aspect in the efforts for a hostage deal? Does something stand out as, okay, this is how we do, have, or can make real progress?
Yeah, so I'd like to share, a couple of weeks ago, I met Secretary of Treasury, Janet Yellen, with her team. I believe that more can be done on economic sanctions. I know from the background checking that I've seen, Hamas has been able to keep on paying monthly to its militants and its operators inside of Gaza, tens of millions of dollars on a monthly basis. That is totally unacceptable. And the question is, where's that money coming from? The money, you know, was stashed in Gaza beforehand, but money is coming off from the humanitarian aid that's coming in that Hamas is selling on the black market. But there's also money coming outside of Gaza, even today, from allies of the United States, from NATO allies, from allies in the Gulf. And Secretary Yellen and her team need to be able to do more, to put more effective pressure on Hamas to suck that oxygen out. And we hope to have in place a follow-up meeting at the end of the month to be able to see, you know, what and where we are with those economic sanctions.
Ruby, I hope you will keep us informed on what happens with that meeting. In the meantime, as we think about you and the way you have to approach tomorrow with the uncertainty, the anguish, the pain, just please know that we're all holding you and your best interests and holding you in our hearts. Thank you very much.
If I could just say maybe 2 words about Itai, if I may, just to share with the audience. You know,
Sure.
he's a kid that is the second sibling of 3 older children, so he's the connector. He's an avid basketball fan. You know, as you could hear, I'm a New Yorker. For the love of God, I don't know as a Knicks fan how he became a Celtics fan, but he did. And you know, he was deemed as the best friend of many of the people that have come to our house and comfort us. And he's missed. He has a loving girlfriend that's waiting to hear what happened to him, and we just need the help of all fellow Americans that are out there.
Yeah.
And I know that you are in our heart, but we need you to call up your senator, call up your congressman, and ask, how is it that 7 U.S. citizens are still being held captive by a terrorist organization, not knowing what about their whereabouts? So please, be with us. Call for action. Call up your senators. Call up your congressman.
Well said, Ruby Chen. Thank you so much. You left out handsome. He's also a handsome young man. Thank you so much.